We welcome you back to the Two Guys and Chris show. We welcome in our man, Dave Aiken.
Hey, now.
Who is here. Got that ultra-processed foods list for you.
Yeah, we are under a...
now you got me.
Oh, I knew that.
Now you got my fur up.
Oh, yeah.
We're under a yellow smog alert right now.
We got
Sorry.
a smug alert.
Yellow smug?
Yeah, we got a smug alert happening here. This is a warning, not just a watch. There's smugness in the area. Smugness has been spotted.
It's not Cat 5, but it's dangerous.
All right.
Had lunch with my really healthy friend yesterday.
Okay.
And it was a smug off in there, you know. He got a lentil. That's all.
A lentil.
Just one.
All right.
He'll only have one.
Did you feel like a pig eating in front of him?
Yeah, I had
Kelly?
a salad with no dressing. He had a lentil, and it was like, and
I'm full.
he said, "I can't eat another bite." I said, "You want a bite of this salad?" He goes, "Oh no, I can't."
So he was judging you while you were judging the sales lady.
Exactly, sales lady. She had, she also had a salad, but she had dressing. And I was like, "Oh, well, okay, if somebody oil and vinegar only." But I said, "Too much.
Oil catch up with you."
Yeah, too much." So immediately, I doubled down on my efforts to lose weight and get healthy because he said, "You should see my abs. Let's go to the bathroom right now. You should," because he's become, and as I have at family gatherings, a pariah.
The other,
the person that's over in the corner eating their salad while people enjoy ribs and steaks and
living
and birthday cake. And I turn it down, and he said, "Worth it for our abs, isn't it?" And I was like, "Well, I don't have those, but yeah, it would be worth it for abs." So the list today, it's a 30-year study on the worst processed meats that you can eat and processed foods that you can eat, those super processed foods. And they say if you, and by the way, this is data from 100,000 health professionals in the U.S., and they talked to all these people over 30 years and had them report on what they were eating and everything. They found an 8% higher risk for death from cancer or cardiovascular disease if you eat some of these items regularly. Okay.
Is this from anywhere in the grocery store?
Yeah, this is all over the place. I bet you can name them. Chris Tim said, we know them.
Oh, yeah.
you would think deli meat's got to be up there.
Number one.
Yeah.
That's number one was deli meat. They just, ham, salami, pepperoni, those kinds of things.
And under the impression at one time, years ago, that it was lean.
Yeah.
And it's good for you.
I always felt like it was healthy when I was growing up.
Yeah, get a pound of turkey, and that way you can eat, a quarter pound for lunch, and you're
Have
in
a
good
turkey
shape.
sandwich, and
Yeah.
that's a better lunch. It's a
That's
smarter
right.
lunch than a burger.
Now, if you do want turkey, do you get like a turkey breast? Is that what you get?
Yeah, you'd have to buy a whole turkey or a turkey breast and make it
And
in
make
the
it
oven.
yourself in the oven.
Unless they make it at the store, that might be okay. Like your rotisserie chickens,
Yeah.
if they make them there,
Yeah.
they'd probably be better than.
I'm going to tell you, Boar's Head makes a no salt added turkey, and it's unbelievably different than any lunch meat because it's like real shaved turkey breast.
And is it does it say like not processed?
It's basically saying there's no added salt,
Yeah.
which is what makes it kind of that congealed turkey. And when you get it, it's like, well, I mean, it's shaved turkey breast.
He just turned green over
Should
there.
I taste mayonnaise?
No,
That's congealed.
It's congealed.
Hey, turkey breast is you just buy straight up turkey breast. It's like a congealed meat form.
Did you catch the congeal on that?
meat form.
That's what they call it.
It is.
From the congealed farm.
Congealed meat form is people.
Martha's congealed this year. It's really good. At
Oh my God!
Thanksgiving
Oh,
gathering.
so good.
When you buy your congealed turkey, does it slice thin like you would see the traditional deli turkey?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's deli. If you just go up and say, I want a pound of turkey breast, even like the store brand, it's just, it's sliced thin. You can choose your slicing, but I say it's congealed because it's just turkey breast mashed together with salt, and it's formed into, congealed deli meat.
But you're saying this is good.
Boar's Head is really expensive, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like $16.99 a pound some places, but it's like real. It's like you took a turkey breast
And sliced off
sliced
something.
it.
Slice
Yeah.
pieces off of it, which is that's what you should be eating.
Exactly.
That's the way.
Probably better, but it's still got preservatives on it to keep it on the shelf longer.
The only way really to do it is to buy a raw turkey breast and cook it in the oven.
That's right.
And then slice
In
it
fact,
off.
I would go as far as to say if you're going to go to the deli counter, and y'all might disagree, I think if you got like salami because it's cured, it might be more healthy than some of that other stuff. Of course, it's still got salt and all
could
the other
be.
stuff, but
That's what the curing means, right?
that's the curing, but it lasts that long because it's cured, not because it's got as much preservatives in it.
Well, that was the front and center one with the deli meats. And they mentioned hot dogs,
Yeah.
ham, turkey, pepperoni, all of that stuff.
So is there a good hot dog? Like all beef?
No, they didn't list even one good hot dog. And Dave Aiken pointed this out to me 10 years ago. Cereal.
Yeah.
Ultra processed. Every one of them. Every one of them. Don't even.
That's another one. Cereal for breakfast. I have cereal for breakfast every night.
It's good for you.
It's good.
It's good for you.
No.
There was a guy recently, I forget who he was, but he said, has cereal for dinner. It's part of this balanced dinner. Remember that?
Did he work for Kellogg's or Post? Or
Kellogg,
one of them?
It was Kellogg's.
Mm-hmm.
It was the Kellogg's like CEO.
That was one of the early tone-deaf statements of the year.
Mm-hmm. Wouldn't you love cereal for dinner? Because you can't afford
Yeah. Americans are struggling to put
food on
the table.
Have some cereal.
Just a box of Frosted Flakes. Look at that smiling tiger.
Look at the sun smiling. He's got sunglasses on.
Biggie's already had one today of the next most processed thing. You want to guess what it is?
It's got to be energy drinks.
What it is? The energy drinks.
The whole drink aisle.
The whole drink aisle, energy drinks and soda and fruit drinks are all on there as the most processed.
I mean, like fruit punch or cranberry juice?
All the
orange
juices, high sugar, high salts are always processed, and they put fruit drinks like all those you just mentioned, energy drinks and soft drinks all at the top of the list.
Come pry him out of my preserved hand.
Yeah. He will not. He won't let them go.
Biggie mentioned earlier today before you arrived that if this morning show was in an airplane crash in the Andes, that Biggie would not rot. He would not go bad.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Even if he were killed instantly.
But if we all ate off him, which we could for months because he'd be so preserved, he would be ultra processed.
Yeah, it'd be like eating a car part.
Yeah, it'd be difficult.
It
would, but I don't know. It might be flavorful because you have been so preserved.
Maybe.
You know,
I'm like people who you guys would be amazed that like I'm not decomposing.
Yeah.
Like when people put that fake ice cream out and it won't melt.
That's it.
Yes.
Say, look at that. He's not.
He's not decomposing at all.
And you know what all the chefs say? Fat equals flavor.
That's right.
It does.
Yeah.
Leave a little bit of fat around the edge.
That's where the flavor is.
That is
Now, we
true.
can't season it,
Right,
but
no.
he's already pre-seasoned.
You're right. You're right.
Biggie's always in preseason.
Yeah.
That's the next one. Ice cream. Ultra processed. Don't eat ice cream. Margarine is high on the list.
I don't think I've ever really, unless it's been served to me, I've never purchased margarine.
Oh, we did.
The Dems never
Oh,
ate
yeah.
it.
We had country crock, and then we used it as storage.
Parquet.
We had all that.
Because it was better for you than butter.
So
Because
they
butter
said.
had cholesterol.
So
So my
they
mom
said.
bought Parquet, which is mostly oil, I think.
When I told you my mother-in-law's pound cake, which I now make every Thanksgiving and Christmas, has margarine and butter. It's like margarine for part of it and butter for the other. But you can tell the difference. I mean, margarine is you told me it's just oil congealed
Yeah, I
together.
think that's all it is.
They say not to eat.
Congealed oil.
Instant noodles like ramen.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
How do you make ramen?
it's a good question. How do you make ramen?
Sometimes it's hard to learn how to do it the first time.
You don't know exactly how to do that. We had, in fact, that on our air last week. Teenagers making ramen.
Hello?
Bruh, how do I make ramen?
Excuse me?
I'm starving and the instructions are all stupid.
Oh, is this my teenager? How's it going, dude?
It's not going. The ramen's all hard and I can't eat it like that.
Well, you have to put the noodles in boiling water.
Where do I get water?
Do you have a sink?
Bruh.
Bro, what?
I'm sorry, I'm not a 5-star chef!
That's a conversation.
Gen Z.
That's a conversation with a Gen Zer. My son had his second day at Jersey Mike's
Oh, yes.
yesterday. Now, I didn't talk to him. He worked 4 to 9, so he was 4 to close last night. I went to bed before he got home. But he did text his mother and say, my franchise owner likes Chris Demm. Thank God.
What?
Well,
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Aw.
His franchise owner is a fan of Chris Demm. He's like, so they're not firing me yet. Aw. All right.
It's nice of them to listen to this show.
Yeah. The franchise owner apparently P1, he says.
Wonderful.
Then he goes, what's a P1?
35 years, Daddy.
He says he's a P1.
bro, my owner likes Chris Demm.
I'm sorry, I'm not a media mogul.
My franchise owner likes Chris Demm. Says he's a P1. I said, oh, great. What's a P1? I said, priority 1 listener. You listen an hour a day. The franchise owner here of Jersey Mike's. Thank you. Thank you,
Yes.
Jersey Mike's, for that. He's still on sprinkle detail, by the way.
It's probably best.
Chris Demm says his autobiography one day will be, I was a teenage sprinkler. Is that beautiful? That's a beautiful thing.
Very nice. You bring up a good point, too, about the processed deli meats, is that I don't know about y'all, but if I eat a deli meat, I usually go out and get it. Like if I really want a sandwich, I'll go to a Jersey Mike's.
Yes.
But I won't buy a pound at the grocery store.
I haven't bought that in a while at the grocery store.
I mean, it's just it's a couple reasons.
How brave.
I don't want it sitting around.
He's right. You're like that Greta Thunberg, you know?
I do take it for me.
You're so brave.
not have meat sliced at deli.
What about the children?
I will only eat sandwich out. Save the deli meats.
He's right. He speaks for all of us. Thank you, Dave. You're right. I agree with you 100%.
I'm Greta.
God. 2 hot sandwich takes this week. Dave only eats sandwiches out.
That's right.
Chris Demm eats mini sandwich.
Well, that's true.
He gets a mini.
Mini 7 on
mini
wheat.
7 on whole wheat is what that's his. Oh, that should, you know, if they're a fan of your, that should be
Rename it.
Yeah, it should be the Demm. It should be the Demm burger, the Demm sandwich.
Yeah.
Up there on the Jersey Mike's board,
Yeah.
a mini. Number 7 on whole wheat.
Make it a combo. Add the Cheetos.
That's what Chris, and he adds a Cheeto. Well, by the way, that's the next thing.
Rats.
Cheetos, potato chips, Doritos,
A whole lot.
The salty snacks.
all of that. It's like everything. You know, it's like all these things.
Is
Unless
everything good?
it's true. It's, you know, whole foods is what you have to have. Those, you know, vegetables and fruits and lean meats.
What's the best thing on that aisle of the snack aisle?
You mean the healthiest chip?
Yeah. I mean, if you had to,
I bet it's a Tostito, like a plain tortilla chip.
A corn chip?
Do you think?
I'll bet it's a potato chip.
Over a corn chip.
Or a corn chip?
Just like a Lay's potato?
Just- yeah, because if you look at if the ingredients are true, it's just potato, oil, and salt.
Yeah. Lay's
On
potato
some of those.
chips. Yeah.
Yeah.
The yellow bag?
Maybe.
Yellow bag. I think those are the only 3 things.
Is that
on
your
there.
go-to, or are you Ruffles?
Either one.
Yeah.
Either one is fine, but I won't accept anything else.
No flavor. They never taste it.
No store
I
brand.
don't,
Never,
I don't
never.
pollute potato chips with garlic or whatever.
No, I don't do that either.
I do. I like a
Or
barbecue.
sour cream and onion.
I like a mesquite, like a vinegar.
Love salt and
I
vinegar.
like a salt and
That's all
vinegar.
chemical, bro.
Oh, I know. Bruh.
Bruh.
I'm sorry I'm not a gourmet chef.
Sorry, I'm not a chemist.
Right. Canned soup is highly processed.
Lots of salt.
Canned vegetables in general, but specifically soups, they said not to have. And then this one hurts. Energy bars, no energy, highly processed. These are super processed foods. People think they're healthy, of course, but they're not.
Yeah.
They have people climbing mountains on the packaging.
And that's great marketing. Like a lot of this stuff, you know. Yeah, on the Cliff Bar, you got the guy on the side of the mountain, and really, it's a super processed, like a candy bar.
It's a candy bar. It's got chocolate chips and,
Yeah, that's
and
what it is.
granola in it.
I know. I've taken to eating these things called dumbbells. No, barbells. They're called barbells, and I get them at an old trading post. And I have gotten hooked on them. I had at least one a day.
How did you, were you influenced into buying them?
I was on Reddit, and somebody posted on there, what's the best energy bar? And a lot of people said, I like these barbells, and said where you could get them. But I'm afraid that they're they're low in sugar and they're high in protein, but I'm afraid they are really not good for you. They're too good tasting. You know, they taste really good. So I'm afraid it's like Snickers.
Probably.
What I'm eating. So candy, fast food, you know, it basically says any cheeseburger or fries at a fast food restaurant. And, here was one. Sauces that you get with the fat, like that you dip your nuggets into.
Oh, yeah.
Ultra processed. Like
Oh, God, yeah.
a Polynesian
What about
sauce.
Mr. Ranch?
Ranch.
Ranch.
Ranch on there?
Salad dressings and ranch specifically is on there, yeah. Ultra processed.
You're not finding ranch in nature.
I wish.
But what about that valley?
It's the Hidden Valley.
Yeah.
There's a river of ranch.
The hidden there. Yeah. We should visit the Hidden Valley and frozen meals like a lean cuisine or something like that.
But I thought frozen vegetables are.
They seem okay
Like if
to
you
me.
get a bag of peas or a bag of green beans, that's
They're just
frozen.
flash frozen.
Exactly.
Well, that's what I've always heard.
I've always heard like fruit and vegetables frozen, not anything added, just straight up frozen, are actually a little bit better because it flash freezes the nutrients.
Yeah,
That could be.
I think it's better than a canned. I think.
Oh yeah, this is truly just a frozen
pea.
pea. Yeah.
That's better than a canned pea because they add a lot of salt and stuff to the canned pea. So I will strive to eat these items and not have these that are on this list. But it's a lot of good stuff. I can tell
You're
you
going to tack that up on your family fridge?
I'll put it next to my that picture of me when I was at my heaviest that I have in the office.
Yeah, people keep coming through the office now. More and more coworkers are looking at that black and white photo of Kelly taken. I don't know when that was taken. 15 years ago, maybe.
I'd say at least 10.
You're worn down since then.
Yeah. We can see it in my face.
Well, yeah, and you know, fewer wrinkles.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But fatter. I mean, much larger.
But you know what else? Happy.
Boy, you were just wonderful to be around.
Grinning from ear to ear at that point. At that time. God, if you'd only known me when, Biggie. I mean, there was a time. You knew me.
You might have gotten along.
Yeah.
A little bit. A little bit of fat you.
You've had a lot more in common.
Yeah. And that I keep that picture up only so, I'll never go back.
Coworkers don't believe it's you when they see it.
They come in and they're like, my God, look,
that?
who is this huge gargantuan? Like, oh, well, that's me. And they're like, are you serious? And they hold it up and they look at it. It's true. That's right.
I'm sorry, I'm not a male model.
I'm going to put this list on that picture and post it on my refrigerator.
Right on, baby.
That way I'll never go into that.
Do we know what, because you said at the top of this study, Kelly, that these researchers have said don't eat these, try not to eat these on a regular basis. Do you know what that means? Twice a week?
It didn't say. It just said people who eat these on a regular basis have an 8% higher risk of death from cancer or cardiovascular disease. Any of these items.
But if you go to a baseball game a couple times a year and have a hot dog, I don't think you're doing any damage.
I think you'd be all right. I agree.
If that's the only time you eat hot dogs.
But most Americans a lot of Americans eat this every day.
Oh, agree.
You're right.
Most of us.
Everything on that list.
Oh, sure. And I think a lot of times we say, oh, I'll only have it here and there, but really it's several times a week or every day. I mean, these are items we love. These are great. And I do think that the food industry gets you kind of hooked on it.
Yeah.
And then you want it more and more.
Well, Biggie pointed out, it tastes good.
It tastes good.
Bacon tastes good.
All of this stuff
tastes good.
Yeah, they do.
Bacon is oh my goodness.
That's heaven on earth.
Oh,
it's got its own category.
Yes, it does.
But all of these things, you're right. These are delicious items. And, I was looking at the drinks on here. So no soda, no energy drinks, no fruit drinks. Is it just water? I mean, is that all you can really
coffee?
have?
Black coffee and water, I think, is what most people would tell you for healthy people. But even the black coffee is probably out some.
And for those of us who don't like coffee, you're just like,
water.
And look what we've done to coffee. I mean, we make it now.
We made it a milkshake.
No, exactly.
Tea is probably okay.
Yeah,
but not everybody likes tea.
If it's not sweet.
That's right.
Yeah, you're true.
And then you add the sugar to it. Right?
And I think ice cream can be unprocessed. And if it's milk and cream,
I agree.
I think it can be, but it's fattening.
Yeah,
it's got the fat in it.
Oh,
it's milk fat.
Boom! Oh, it is.
And that is the worst thing you can put in your body.
He's right. Okay, we had the bet on whether or not
he danced around it.
He got it.
I was worried he wasn't going to say it.
Milk fat has.
What was the line on that?
Oh, they didn't even give odds on that. They're like, oh no,
they knew it was going to happen.
Everybody's going to bet on that one.
Milk fat.
Yeah. Woo! Worst thing you can put in your body.
Worst
thing you can put in your body.
It's delicious.
That's true.